Hey, thanks for tuning into the Land and Home Show. I've got a pretty interesting market update for you, so keep watching. Hi, I'm Stephen J.B. Davis, your land specialist and residential realtor here in Central Kentucky and beyond. I am in the middle of very heavy spring cleaning. As you can see, I'm finishing up cleaning up. Well, there's a lot of trees back there that I haven't even gotten to, but we're trying to get ready for summertime here, even though spring just started. In any case, if I can get this camera back down. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about two things. One happening in Wolfe County and one happening in Scott County, both where residential real estate are concerned. Every quarter I send out personalized market updates that pertain to my client's land or a home that they own that I help them acquire. And in doing that in the various counties that I've worked in, I noticed that in Wolfe County, it's a balanced market. What is a balanced market? It is a small little section of time and space between a full-on seller's market and between a full-on buyer's market. And so the real results of that is when you've got supply and demand really equal, or if they're shifting minutely and pretty quickly. So they're more or less even, meaning as a buyer and as a seller, you're really going head to head. Your leverage is not in, well, I'll sell this in 2 days if you don't like it. Your leverage is not, well, no one's buying here. It's really, it's both. It's rather, it is both aspects of supply and demand. Either both of them are low, or both of them are really high, or both of them are somewhere in the middle. Whatever it is, they're both about equal. And so specifically in Wolfe County, demand to live there, pretty low. And what's for sale there, pretty low. So as a buyer and as a seller, you're probably going to have to negotiate a lot harder with each other, right? As by right, I meant in a traditional seller's market, what we've been in for many, many years here, you may not be negotiating price head to head. Instead, as a buyer, you're negotiating against other buyers. You're in multiple offers. You're doing all of this stuff to win against people that also want what you want, a specific property that you want. In a buyer's market, that means that as a seller, you're trying to make your house look the most attractive. You may give away some things in terms of buyer credits. You may offer warranties. You may replace all of the flooring or whatever, but you're trying to make sure that they buy your house and not someone else's because, you know, well, there's a lot of houses to choose from. In a balanced market, it's neither one of those things. It's, hey, not a lot of people want to buy my house, but there's also not a lot of houses. So how do you want to work this out? You're really, really going head to head instead of fighting with people on your own functional side. Now, in Georgetown, rather Scott County has many towns. It has Sadieville, it has Georgetown, it has, oh gosh, how am I forgetting all of this stuff? Well, let's just keep it there because my brain is spinning. But it is not a balanced market. It, however, is a county that touches Lexington, so very close proximity. Like you might be 10 minutes away from Lexington, all the way up to like 35 minutes away from Lexington, depending on where you are in Scott County. So very, very close. Touches the north side of Lexington / Fayette County. They're the same thing. And what's going on there is it is the weakest seller's market in the area. So it's not quite balanced, but it's a place where, depending on the house you find, there could be some opportunity for that head-to-head idea. What has happened in the Scott County world, and especially in Georgetown, is that growth has exploded. Growth is going crazy. They have been building numerous homes because we're not building numerous homes here in Lexington. And so what's happened over several years is, yes, there's a huge demand to live in the area that's immediately around Lexington. Hopefully Lexington, if like that's what you really want. But if you can't live in Lexington, you live in one of these 6 counties outside of it, and Scott County has so much supply now that specifically in that county, it's kind of like, well, if I don't like this house, or I think that the price is too high, then I'll just go find another house. Like, that's the dynamic that we're moving towards. So, you know, depending on the configuration of the house, there's an asterisk with all this. It's not all homes in all of Scott County, but you know, if you're looking at a lot of new construction stuff, or stuff that's, you know, 5 years or less, there's a lot of 5 years and less homes, meaning 5 years old and less homes out there. So, and more every day, like they're continuing to build. So depending on the type of house you're looking for, there's more room for that head-to-head negotiation. It's still a seller's market, so you're still competing with other buyers out there, but the chances that you find something else if you lose, or you just say, you know what, the price is too high, like I'm gonna walk, I don't want to negotiate about this anymore, I'm gonna go find something else, you might likely find something else. Whereas in Lexington, by comparison, you'd be saying, this is way too much, you know, there's 7 other offers on the table. However, it might be like 4 months before you find another house that's either similar or that you even want to offer on. You know what I mean? The supply is so low here and the demand is super high. You go to Georgetown / other places in Scott County, and that dynamic is less stark. That's what I'm getting at. So I just wanted to share those updates with you because, you know, that's part of what my channel is about. I think it's really valuable information. I get this from Realtors Property Resource, so I'm not making this up. I know you saw the charts and everything, but I didn't make those charts. Other statistical people that are much smarter than me did. They interpreted this, and I'm just sharing it. So with that, I'm going to get back to my trees, and I'm going to get out of here, but I hope you have a fantastic week. Goodbye.